downtown Charlotte.
Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Hurts. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test the early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. At that time, they were up to the challenge.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Shot 17. Ready?
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 on the first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he's going to get his guys another first down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 14 yards.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would run the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action. Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right. Slide through.
Looking to throw, Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Hurts to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the interception, Young.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And he takes this one down almost right to the 30.
41 now on 1st and 10. Young now. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Watch out now. 50 series. Set.
Young. And this one too low.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Let's go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Mega. Ready.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, let's go.
Ready.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Black, red. Blue striker. Set, hut.
Young will set to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the...
There he goes, left side.
Now he's free to midfield. How about this? He's to the 10.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 98 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Pause red. Ready?
Young. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run right here with Swift.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On the set.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
6. Mega. Red. Cycle. Seal. Block. 10 cycles. Drill green. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Young.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Like certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On the double.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Panthers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the 1st half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Back to it after the pick-6. Young. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. And that's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes.
When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
It shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Switch teams! Ridiculous! Take him out!
That was terrible. Awful. Seriously, just disgraceful.
Okay.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
6, 7. Ready.
Now Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this 1st half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Red, cycle. Shield, black.
A 1st down throw for Young.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Big gainer, 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Young to throw it. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, 28 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two.
Blaster, 6. Beetle, blue. Black, ultra. Yellow, zoom. Rail, yellow. Ready?
The Young's going to throw for this. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. 3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Again, that's Watkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And throw incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. Swift going to try up the middle.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Panthers 8.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Steel black. Drill green. White, white. Set.
They'll throw again. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Panthers 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the